Hey guys, welcome back to round 2. We won the die roll, we'll choose to play first. And we will definitely mulligan this hand. 6 lands and 1 sign in blood is not going to do it. This hand's a bit better. We do need to draw lands for this hand to be good. Or at least mildly okay. Preferably a swamp. Actually, definitely a swamp. But I don't think we want to go down to 5. So we're not going to choose a mulligan here. Definitely choose to play out our swamp first. So we can play our sign in blood. And he has Slumbering Dragon, which actually isn't that big a deal to us, because right now we're not going to win off that. And we have Public Execution and Murder, so it's not going to do much. We'd really like to draw land, and we do. Not quite the land that we wanted, but I will take it. We play out Watercourser. If we draw another land next turn, we might not even swing in with Watercourser, because we can just play the Attendant Knight, so yeah, I don't think we're going to swing in it, especially if we don't draw another land. We do, anyway, but here we could swing in and get 2 for, we could just trade the Attendant Knight for the Watercourser, but I think we're just going to play out the Vedalken Entrancer. Pass it straight back. I don't think there's a need to really do anything else. It's having 2 pre-combat, 4 pre-combat, as Blade Tuskboar, which is a thing. We do have the Murder though. We draw Mark of the Vampire, which is actually pretty good. I don't want to play it out yet. I'd rather draw any removal spells that he does have. But here we're just going to lay back. And I think we're just going to murder his Blade Tuskboar. We could Sign in Blood, try to hit our land drop, but I don't want to really take any more damage. I don't want to take any damage. So we are going to murder. We saw the Public Execution in hand too, so it's always convenient. Hit Goblin Battle Jester, which is going to be a pain in the butt, but here we are going to get out Mog Punkies and Goblin Arsonists, which is nice. Here we are going to Sign in Blood ourselves to draw another land, which is nice, and now we have enough mana for Public Execution. And I think here we actually play out Windrake. We can. So he's gonna make one of our guys not block. Not that big a deal. I'm wondering if we actually just want to go on the mill plan, because the Goblin Battle Jester doesn't do much. I mean, it prevents our Watercourser from blocking, and that means we would have to just chump block with the Vedalken Entrancer. So here I am just gonna play out the Windrake, I think. He has 6 mana. Hopefully running out of dudes. Crinkle's Command is fine. Cower and Fear would be really nice right now. To sort of wipe his board. Mini, I guess. He's gonna make Vedalken Entrancer not block, which I don't think is right. You make Watercourser not block, so that way you can swing in with all your guys. I can just have to chump. Here comes Attendant Knight, so this looks like a removal spell of some sort to take out Watercourser. That's okay. I'm actually just gonna take this damage. This 2 damage is not that much. And that means, so this tells us he has a removal spell in hand. At least I would think. Maybe Divine Verdict or Show of Valor. So that means, yeah, he left up 4 mana, so we don't want to play out the Mark of the Vampire quite yet. We want to wait on that. And here comes Tauren's Invocation. That's a really good draw. So here we are going to swing in with Windrake, because if he Divine Verdicts that, we just get 2 more. We're going to bash in. And his Slumbering Dragon will grow. That's not that big a deal because we have Public Execution. We didn't have Divine Verdict, and we'll play out our Taurens. And that Public Execution is probably going to have to go to the Slumbering Dragon at some point, because we're going to be swinging for 6 in the air anyway, so that's probably going to be pretty good. Not probably, definitely going to be really good. And hopefully he runs out of red spells soon enough that we can work around that. He's thinking about his plays. I'm thinking that he probably has some double white cards in hand that he can't play out right now. I don't think he can swing in here. Seems unlikely. He could. I'd probably block out with the Entranceur. Or the Watercourser. I think I would do the Watercourser this time, because last turn was this really sneaky. No. He's swinging in with everybody. So this looks like Glorious Charge. Actually. Glorious Charge makes sense. This is really suspicious. So that's 5 damage on top of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 13 damage. That's a little too much for my blood. So here I'm going to block the Watercourser to the Goblin Battle Jester, and then the Vedalken Entrancer to the Attendant Knight. Oh, no. And then if he has Glorious Charge, Vedalken Entrancer still doesn't die. Or this could be Trumpet Blast, but at least we can trade the Watercourser for the Goblin Battle Jester. We would also lose Drakes if we do it the other way, but I think this is okay. If he has the Trumpet Blast, then we lose Entrancer, we take 9, drop this 7, and then we can play out Mark of the Vampire. If that was his play last turn, then it seems alright. Trumpet Blast? Trumpet Blast? Glorious Charge. So if he has Glorious Charge, we just pump up our Watercourser. If he has Trumpet Blast, we just trade. And mill him out 2 more. And then we swing back in with Mark of the Vampire up Drake. And leave back 2 blockers. 2 Drake blockers. I think. I wonder what this is. I wonder if he disconnected or something. The Trumpet Blast last turn, his Kindled Fury. Okay. That's alright. So he's just gonna trade there. That's fine. I wonder. Okay. I mean, that's okay with us. Kindled Fury is indeed alright with us. So here, we draw Aggro Bolus, which is a good blocker. So the question is, does he have Trumpet Blast? Or Divine Verdict? Or some kind of removal spell for our Mark of the Vampired up guy? The safest play is to leave back Public Execution and swing in with maybe 1 Drake. Play out Ogre, play Mark of the Vampire, 1 Drake, swing with that. Play out Aggro Bolus. Try to draw another spell. Play around Trumpet Blast or something like that, because that'll kill us next turn. Another possible play is to just leave up Public Execution mana, swing in with probably everything. Public Execute the Slumbering Dragon and take no damage. Or 7 damage if he does have the Trumpet Blast. And then start swinging in for a lot of damage. I think here I want to play the Mark of the Vampire on our Drake. Yeah, one of our Drake tokens. Because this probably throws off his math if he was trying to kill us with a Trumpet Blast or a Glorious Charge or something like that, and he didn't have the removal spell, which is good for us. So now we're going to play out the Aggro Bolus as a blocker, and hopefully we can draw a spell. We draw Unsummon, which is nice. Doesn't matter what order we put those on the bottom. looking at Odric. Okay, that's a pain in the butt. In any case, unsummon does work very nicely though. So we're probably going to have to public execute this dragon. And we can unsummon the Odric. In turn, if we swing in with this 3 more times, we could always unsummon the dragon too. So yeah, I'm actually going to wait for him to try to kill us with... So he's going to swing in with Odric, maybe make all of his guys unblockable. But in any case here, we're going to swing in with the Drake. I think only the Drake. And then try to get him to make us block with like our Drakes. And aggro boluses in a weird way or a bad way. And then public execute Odric. Give all his guys -2, -0. And then we can always unsummon Slumbering Dragon later. He only has 1 more card in hand too. So we're probably in a good spot here. I'm expecting him to try to blow us out or try to kill our guys. Excuse me. So here comes the attack. Yep. In comes everybody. I don't want to see how you block. Because it tells us a lot about what is in his hand. So basically right now, like I'm getting a little greedy here basically. Just to explain my play. I'm getting a little greedy. Because I gotta assume that he has at least 1 trick in hand. Probably a trick that does a lot of damage considering he's playing a tokens deck right now. Glorious Charge or Trumpet Blast come to mind. You could also have a burn spell. But I think he would use that on the Drake when we mark the Vampire deck. So right now I'm looking at Trumpet Blast, probably, or Glorious Charge. In any case here, so he's going to choose how to block. I'm expecting us to for him to try to blow us out. So like he's probably going to make Drake block or something like that, and then like make his tokens unblockable or something like that. In this case we take 10 damage, we go to 11, but we're still okay. We're still in a decent enough position where, yeah, here comes Drake to the Attendant Knight, Drake to Odric, I would imagine. Excuse me. Because our aggro boluses and stuff block very well. So this tells me he probably has a Glorious Charge or a Trumpet Blast because he's blocking Vidalcan and Transfer to Odric. Probably Glorious Charge considering this. Yeah, this definitely looks like Glorious Charge. Yep. And here comes... Nope. Never mind. What is this? 4 mana. Chandra's Fury. Okay. That's fine. Now we're just gonna kill Odric. And make it so that his guys do no damage anyway. And he gets blown out. Because now he loses a token, he loses his Attendant Knight. We take 2 or 6 total, and we're still in a really good position. Yep, that indeed does look like it. We are going to... So we could unsummon his guy here and then swing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is not enough damage, by barely enough. I'm actually just going to mill him out here to get a little bit more information. So he did have a Divine Verdict, which is something to play around. We have nothing really of note. So I think here we just... Excuse me. I'm going to play the Unsummon on a dragon. Bash in with everyone. Yep. And he would have gone to 1 and any one of our creatures could have killed him. So now Crippling Blight comes in again, and last game we took out the Essence Scatter on the draw, which is probably right, also because he has, like, Krenko's Command, I'm guessing a Captain's Call as well. So that probably means that, you know, it's going to hit some relevant spells. Another card that to possibly bring in is Negate, because it'll counter his pump spell, which I'm sure he has a couple of at least, like Trumpet Blast, Glorious Charge, and then it also hits additional spells, quote unquote, his creature spells that are token generators, like Krenko's Command and Captain's Call. He didn't have a ton of, what's it called? Ton of removal spells. He had Chandra's Fury, which doesn't hit very many of our guys. Divine Verdict we saw. So, Ring of Eagle's Isle is not going to be as good. It's also really slow, and he seems to be a fast deck. He's not like black-red, where they also have a lot of targeted removal, where the Hexproof becomes good. So I'm actually going to bring in Negate, because it has extra targets. I'm going to submit like this. And we're on the draw with Sign in Blood, Watercourser, Windrake, Mark of the Vampire, and Switcheroo. I definitely think this hand is keepable, so I don't think we'll mulligan. And he did mulligan down to 6. And we're gonna play out the Swamp first. We drew Welkin turn, which is, you know, fine for us. Krenko's Command? War Priest of Thune. Mark of the Vampire just became a lot better. Excuse me. So we're going to play out the Welkin turn and pass the turn back. Next turn, play out Watercourser to block down his guys. He plays Rummaging Goblin, which is fine by us. We draw a Giant Scorpion. So here we're going to bash in, definitely. No doubt about that. And I think here we're going to play out the Watercourser. It blocks all his guys anyway, and I think that's fine. He's probably going to digital land, yep. And these look like it. He has Kindled Fury, so that's something to take note of. If he swings in here, it looks like super duper suspicious. We drew Augur Bolas, which is kind of mediocre right now. I think we just swing in with both. If he has a Divine Verdict, this is probably Divine Verdict, and he's going to take out the Watercourser, but then we still have Giant Scorpion backup, so we're going to bash. We're not going to pump. He doesn't have anything anyway, and if that's the case, Giant Scorpion still seems correct, because Watercourser is still going to get in for a decent amount. And he ditches another land. We really need lands too, so like Augur Bolas works well if we had like a lot of lands, because then Switcheroo is also alive. But, I mean, hopefully he just doesn't play Odric. Like, Odric is the card right now that really bones us. I'm sorry, excuse my language. Really kind of screws us over. We draw another Watercourser, which is, alright, I guess. Here, we're just gonna swing in with all of our guys. He's gonna block out. We're gonna kill the Battle Jester. Actually, we could double pump. Actually, I want to keep him off a live Odric. So I'm gonna double pump here, I think. Yeah, double pumping here seems correct. This is a 2-for-1. Yeah, that seems fine. And he keeps stitching, so he's definitely mana flooded. Here comes Blade Test 4, which is not a big deal to us. Probably just means that we're going to be swinging in with the Giant Scorpion this turn. So here we're going to play out, swing in with both, because Giant Scorpion's not going to block anything anyway. We're definitely on the aggressive side now, so that means we play out the Harbor Bandit and pass. If we draw another land next turn, I think we're probably going to play out Augur Bolas to make our guy unblockable. But he has Captain's Call. Okay. So now we have to be careful. We're going to take 3, go down to 15. And we would really like to draw land right now. Land. That's not bad. We're gonna play out the aggro bolus first, just in case we draw an unsummon. Or flip an unsummon with this. We don't, so we're just gonna put all these to the bottom. Doesn't really matter, we're not gonna see any of them. Probably. And we're just gonna bash in and put him dead next turn. So let's think. If he has Trumpet Blast, worst case scenario, he has Trumpet Blast, we block, take 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 11, drop to 15. He doesn't have enough to challenge Furious, and he's still dead next turn. So giving our guy unblockable and then bashing in seems like the correct play. Oh, what happened? What? Did I click through? Oh my goodness. Oh, that was terrible. What happened? Oh no. Oh, that's terrible. Oh god, I hope that doesn't get him a lot of chance. Whew. That was bad. That was really bad. That was really, really bad. Jeez. He draws Odric. Pretty good. He's gonna bash in for 3. We'll drop down to 12. And then all of a sudden we're not looking too hot. We got our Archaeomancer, which is not going to do it for us. So he's going to swing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drops it down to 2, and then we're dead to a removal spell. So here I think we have to Mark of the Vampire up, go to 16. Really, really sucks. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. Dang, 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 dang. Dang. That was really unfortunate. I'm gonna Mark of the Vampire up. Welcome turn. So now we have to play around it so like he does have something that'll kill us. Because not swinging in there, I mean like we could have won this turn. Good thing is he has 3 cards in hand and he's been shuffling through all game. But I mean, hopefully 16 is enough life where, I mean, he could, if he has the right amount of cards, he could just kill us. That's really, really unfortunate. If he could draw a Swamp to win, we're gonna leave back no blockers, so he better like try to win the game right now because he can't kill enough of our giant scorpions and auger bolses where he's not just dead unless he has Divine Verdict. Trumpet Blast. Yep, that is game. So what can you do? Aye. Yeah. So that was really unfortunate. I don't know what happened there. I thought that I was clicking through to attack, but apparently it just went straight through to blocker, so like post-combat main phase, which really sucks. So here we can bring out the negate seems fine against him. The crippling blight is a little defensive. Essence Scatter becomes better on the draw, on the play rather. I'm not sure what we want to bring out though. I think crippling blight seems alright against him. It takes out Rummaging Goblin. It kills a token, I guess. Oh, maybe it's not that great. I'll bring in the Essence Scatter, and submit like this. We will like to play first, yes. This hand is keepable because it has that Essence Scatter on turn 2, and hopefully we can draw a land. If we do draw a land, we're in decent shape, so we won't mulligan there. We'll play out the island first, the bluff on summon, I suppose, and hopefully draw a land. We do, indeed. We'll play out the swamp. And this is Mog Monkeys, which is definitely going to get Essence Scattered. We draw another swamp, we're going to play that out, and then play watercourser. Is pacifism, which is fine by us. We draw a double, so now we have double Vidalcan Enhancer, which is going to get pretty nasty. So we may have to go on the mill plan, considering that he did murder. I wish. He did pacify our watercourser. Hopefully we draw land. We don't, but I think here we just play out the second Enhancer and pass back. And now we have our Geomancer to get back murder. Once we do play it. Plays another War Priest, which is not going to do much. And we are still just on this plane. We do draw a land, which is nice because we can now double mill and murder at the same time. Pass straight back, nothing much to do here. Plays Goblin Battle Jester, which is alright. Here we're going to double mill. Yeah, we're gonna double mill here. We hit Odric, which is nice. So that makes our... And then we're gonna murder his Battle Jester, because that guy's gonna make our Vidalcan Enhances a lot worse. We can play Harbor Bandit now too. So now we're gonna play out the Harbor Bandit and pass it straight back. He's also double planes off of Planar Cleansing, which I'm not as worried about right now. Here comes second Battle Jester. He is going to pass it straight back, and we are going to mill him out again, and mill him out again, and he's going to be on a pretty fast clock. We draw another swamp, which is nice. We could play our Geomancer, but I think I'd rather leave it up for when we can do it and murder in the same turn. Right now we still have Public Execution and up, so right now I feel fine. And unless he has double red spells in hand, I'm not really terribly worried. Krankos is going to be okay. Public Execution does work against this deck, because it cancels out the Trumpet Blast. We're going to block like this, and then like this. And let that go. You're just going to let that pass. Weird, I guess. That is pretty weird. So maybe Chandra Fury right now? That's okay. So we did lose the Harbor Bandit, which isn't that big a deal, honestly. Because we're on the mill plan like, pretty fully right now. So we are going to double mill him, I believe. Yeah, that seems right. He's out of cards. So, mill once, mill twice. Play another swamp. So now we can do Archaeomancer and murder on the same turn, but I think here we're still okay just letting this go. You can always just block out and play Public Execution if we need to. His attacks are pretty bad against us. Here we're going to double block one of his guys and take two. He's going to order our guys, if he has Trumpet Blast, then we murder the other, we Public Execute the other one, and then still do fine. Trumpet Blast? Indeed. So now we just Public Execute the other one, save ourselves a lot of damage, and he still dies. And now we'll use the one that took the damage. And we draw another swamp. So, like now, like I'm not under any pressure, I'd rather just mill him out. So I'm just gonna leave up our Vidalcan Enhances. Our Geomancer, unless he plays something right now that I like definitely need to kill, like that's probably worth killing. It's worth it to just mill him out. Hopefully we draw an island here. Yep. so we can still mill him out again. But our Geomancer is gonna grab murder, then we're gonna murder your guy, then pass the turn back. And I think he's just dead. So, unfortunately, yep, and we won. So now we're going into the final round, so I'll see you guys there. I'm going to set up the audio and video really quickly, and I hope you guys have enjoyed.